So what exactly is Flutter? Well, Flutter is an open source US software development toolkit created by Google. It is used to build natively compiled applications for mobile, web, and desktop from a single code base. Pretty cool, right? So one of the standard features of Flutter is ability to create beautiful and fast user interfaces. Hi, I'm Prakash Hadabala, and today we are diving into exciting world of Flutter app development. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for all the latest updates on Flutter and Flutter app development. So now let's get started. Flutter uses a language called Dart, and it comes with a rich set of pre-designed widgets that make building sleek and responsive UIs a breeze. Now let's talk a bit about Flutter's architecture. Flutter uses a layered architecture that includes the framework, engine, and widgets. The framework provides a foundation for building applications, while the engine handles low-level tasks like rendering. And those widgets, they are the building blocks of our UI. One of the most significant advantages of Flutter is its hot reloading feature. This means you can instantly see the results of your code changes without restarting the app. It's a game changer for developers, making the development process faster and more efficient. Now let's jump into some code. I have my favorite code editor open here. So before that, let us see this. So using Flutter SDK, we can build a single code base application. So using that single code base app, we can generate both iOS and Android apps. So I opened the Android Studio. Android Studio is an IDE is used to code the Flutter projects. Right. So this is Android Studio. In this Android Studio, we have multiple options. See, we have an open project, a new project, and new Flutter project. To create a new Flutter project, we have to click on New Flutter Project. And then it will navigate to the next screen. So I clicked on New Project, and now this screen opens. So here we can see the options called New Project, Empty Project, Compose, Multi-Platform, IDE, Plugin, Android and all. Okay, so here I have selected the Flutter option, and here usually if you have a multiple versions of Flutter, we can select the version and click Next. Here I have selected the latest version as of now, 3.05, and click Next. And here it navigates to the details page. In this page, we need to enter the project name and project location, description, and all. So for now, the mandatory thing is we need to give a project name. So here I'm giving the project name Flutter demo _demo. So if you observe the naming convention, I have given the smaller case letters and underscore. So if you give the caps lock, so if you see the cap letters, see what the errors gives. So it follows the naming convention with the lowercase with underscores. Okay, so now I will give a small letters with underscore. And now the second one is the project location. So let it be. So other settings can be leave as it is. And now I'm clicking on the create. So now it will create see, if you see this creating Flutter project, so it will create a Flutter project now. So now we can see this is our project created, the Flutter _demo. So after creating an Flutter project, so this is the IDE looks like. So we can see these all options like in the left side and right side and center. We have all the options. So let us see one by one what all these. If you see on the left side, this is a project file structure. So we can see all the files in there, and the other is top bar. So we can see the main ... Here we can select the device to run. Here we have Chrome web, And if you launch the emulator, we can see that in the emulator. So it is a run button. If you run this button, we can see it in our devices. That is a debug button and run button. And these are all, we have other options. This is the device manager. We can see all the virtual devices, emulators here. So, and whenever we launch the device, we can see that in running devices. This is the option, running devices tab. So I click on the running device manager. I'm a device manager. So in this, I'm clicking on the launching the device, particular device, Pixel 2 API 33. Now that it will open in a running device. So we can minimize this device manager. And yeah, so now we can see the device emulator, that is Android emulator. We have launched Android emulator. So in Android Studio, we can launch Android Studio, Android emulator. And now see now in the devices, we can see our launched created devices. And now I will run our application, which is created by Android Studio in our emulator. Now it will build the application with the code, and it will install and run it in the emulator. So now let us see how it works. So here I'm doing some fast forwarding. So because it will take some time to create a build and launching. So I'm doing some fast forwarding. So now it will launch. So this is our output. So whatever we have written in the code, in the IDE code, so we can see like this in an emulator. See, on the right side we can see the output, and in the code editor we can write the code there, right? So this is executed. Actually this is done by default main dot dot, done by default applications while project creation. So if you see the main dot dot file, the void main is a main entry point. So while you run this code, the compiler first come to this main file. From here, it will go to the next class wherever it is called. So here it is called my app. So it will go to the my app, and from my app, it will execute the my home page, right? So you can see this title. So Flutter demo homepage there in the output, right? So maybe if you see this code, maybe it feel like it is a little bit confusion for a beginner. So what I will do is I will delete the code and I rewrite the code with a simple example. So I'm selecting my home page, and my home page state, I'll select and delete this code. And also in my app, we have a lot of code here. Like in the material app, I will delete this entire code from here. And yeah, this is the material app. So if you see this, we are going to write a tree structured material app widgets. So in the material app, there is a home screen, right? In that home screen, we are going to write a widget called scaffold. In this scaffold, we have two types, two properties. One is app bar. This app bar is stays on the top. Like if you see on the right side, Flutter demo homepage is the tab bar. So here, app bar. So here, I am writing app bar with the title text, with the title Flutter demo. Right, okay. So in the app bar property, I have created an app bar widget, and within that app bar widget, I have given the Flutter demo. See, now we can see the output on the right side, the Flutter demo, right? So now in the on the top right side, there is a debug banner is there. I wanted to hide that. So now see. So for that, I have written debug show checkered mode banner equal to false. So now by doing that, we can hide that, we can remove that banner. And the other property is the white screen is there, right? So we need to fill with something. So the body there, whatever you written in this, we can see here. So body center, within the center, I'm writing a widget, text widget, to show some text. Welcome to Flutter demo. See, we can see the output here. Welcome to Flutter demo. Whichever I have written the text, we can see on the right side, right? So now, we have created a screen now. So let us do some styles. Okay. So to write some styles, there is a style property for text. For style property, there is a text style. In that text style, we can write all the text properties. So if I want to increase the font weight, I want to set the font bold. So for that, I wanted to set it as font weight bold. So, and I wanted to increase the font size also. So font size can be 30. Yeah. Let's do some formatting. So the code is formatted. So now we can see clearly the font size is increased. So now let us give some color also to the text. So to give the color colon the colors dot, we can select the color. I'm selected the orange here. So now I wanted to change the colors dot, you can see all the colors here. So from here you can select any color from the palette. Okay, so I have given dot red, colors dot red. So you can see the color of the text is changed. And now let us go a little bit deeper into the coding in the Flutter. So to do that, before that, so let us summarize what we have learned in this example. So we have seen how to create a empty screen with scaffold and material app, how to create app bar, how to hide the debug banner, and how to show some widgets in the screen, right? So in the another example, what we can do is, let us do some example with to do app. So we need to have the stateful widget. Currently we have done the stateless widget, and now let us see what is a stateful widget. So to do that, I have typed stf. So now I have entered the stateful, and I will copy this name, my app, and so you can see all the names has been changed there. Okay, so now I will copy this scaffold complete code, the block of code, and copied, and I will delete this old one and copy it to the new written. Okay, so now I've copied this. So what is this error? Oh yes, so we need to embed this, we need to move this complete scaffold to material app. So material app, in that material app there will be home property. In the home property we are copying that scaffold into the home, right? So now it will resolve the error, we can see now. So because the first class should have the material app, and then we can add the scaffold into that, right? So this is the stateful widget. In this stateful widget we have we need to add multiple widgets, like multiple widgets. To add multiple widgets, there is a column widget, yes, column widget. Within the column widget we can add multiple widgets vertically, right? So you can see it will move to top. So similarly we can add multiple widgets like this. So now here I'm creating one more widget with the text field with elevated button. So text, so button with some text on the title, right, to update state. And we have one more property to the one more property we need to give is on pressed button for elevated button. Center, and within elevated button, see, now we can see the button. For now I have given the empty function in the on pressed. So here whenever we click something, the on press will trigger. So I wanted to change the welcome to Flutter demo while click on the update state. To do that, I wanted to set some variable. I am creating a variable state change, where state change equal to some empty string, and so the default string should be shown like welcome to Flutter demo. So that variable I will use here, state change, right? So till here there is no errors, it is successfully executed. And now while I'm pressed this button update state, so that value should be changed, that string should be changed, welcome to Flutter demo text should be changed. For that I'm setting a state, set state function state change variable equal to, I'm giving some string state changed. So whenever I clicked it, this should show. Yes, it worked. So when I clicked on it, the state change variable changes, and also it reflected in the screen. So that is called a state change. Okay, whenever a state variable changes, that state, wherever that state variable uses in the screen, that reloads the widget. Okay, so now I'm creating one more button with to show the previous state. So now we have changed it to state change, right? So I wanted to change back to welcome to Flutter demo. So to do that, I'm again setting the state change equal to welcome to Flutter demo, right? Yeah, I'm pasting here, right? So I will click on the update to previous state. So the first, when you click on update state, it will set as a state changed, and when you click on update to previous state, it will show again welcome to Flutter demo, right? So right, this is about the state management in the local state management in a single file. So I wanted to remove this debug banner. So now this is about a stateful widget. So we have learned about stateful widget, stateless widgets, right? In the next example, let us go to the Flutter to-do app. Yeah, so we have written all the code for this project in a single file, right? Let me stop this running. Okay, in this example we have written everything in the single file, right, in the main dot. So in this example I will show you how to create a code in another file, another dot file, and how to call that class, and how to use that code in another class. Okay, so this completely about a previous code. So what I will do is I will create a new file. To create a new file, main dot new, I have right clicked on here, a new dot file. I have clicked on the dot file. So in the dot file we can give the file name to do. So no need of dot to dot, because it is already a dot file, no need of dot extension. So I clicked on to do and enter. So the dot file is created. In this dot file we are going to create stateful widget, STF. This is a shortcut to create a stateful widget, STF, right, and enter. Here we have to give the class name. Our class name is to do, capital T and capital D. Yeah, okay. And we have seen these errors is underlined with the red color. To eliminate those, we need to import the library. Which library? Material library. Import material dot. Okay. So now errors are cleared. And here we need to create an empty class. To create an empty screen, it's a scaffold. Okay. Again, in the scaffold, we have two properties to be shown. What are those? App bar and body. In the app bar, it will show the title. App bar shows to title. Give the title. Text. We need to give it in a string. To do app. Okay. This shows in a title. To do app. And the other property is body. So in this, we have to design our screen with the widgets. So in this to do screen, we have a multiple widgets. To add a multiple widgets, what is the process? We should have a column widget. So in this column widget, we can add multiple widgets, right? In this to do, we will have one text field to enter the to do task, and the other is the list detail. We need to show in the list in the down, right? So for that, we need to create a column widget. So in that column, column, and in that column, the property called children. In that children, we are going to write our widgets. There are two widgets in this column. One is text field to enter the to do task. So to enter the text field, there is a text field widget. Yes, text field. In the text field, there is a property called, in the text field, whenever we text field entered and submitted, we need a method called onSubmitted. So after entering and submitted, this method will trigger. So here we will have the value. So this value is a entered text in the text field. So here what I will do is I need to set the state. So we have already seen about setting a state, how to set a state. For that, we need to have a state variable. So whatever I have entered in the text field, we need to store somewhere. So now in this case, what I will do is, what I want to do is, I wanted to create a list, state variable with list. So I wanted to store all the tasks, to do tasks in the list. So the syntax is list, string type, and our variable name, to do's, equal to empty array. Okay. So this is the syntax to do to declare a empty list. Okay. So whenever I entered in the text field, I wanted to add all these to do tasks in this list. To add the value, to do's dot add of the value, right? So this line will add all the to do's which are entered in the text field is will add it to the to do's list. So the text field is completed, and now I wanted to show all the list of to do's in the list view. Okay, to show that, there is a widget called list view dot builder. To show the dynamic list of items, we use the list view dot builder. So in the list view dot builder, there is an property called item builder. In the item builder, we need to add this function with two parameters, context, index. So here it will build the list item for each item in the list view. For that, we have a list title. In the list style, we have the title, in the list style, we have title to show main text in this. List style is a Flutter widget. So in this we are going to show some text to-dos here. So title should be text of. In the text we need to get the value of a particular to-do. To get the to-dos of index. Index means that a particular serial number and then array, right? It starts from 0. So it will iterate all the to-dos in the list builder. So for each iteration it will get the to-do, each to-do, and it will add to the list style. So finally it will iterate all the to-dos and build a list view. And in this we have completed the to-do, and we need to call this to-do in the main class, main method. In the main, earlier we have actually called main method, and in the main method there is a run app. In that run app we have called the scaffold here. Instead of the scaffold I will comment this, and I wanted to show the to-do app. So to-do, yeah, here I am calling the to-do. So it is showing some error because to use another files class we need to import the class. So now you can see we have imported the class. The importing the class this is the process. Import package name / file name. So we have imported the to-do class and we have used the to-do in the home. Now it will show the to-do class whichever we have created. So let us run it once and check. So this, whenever we call this to-do, the to-do this class will calls and trigger and executes this class. So now let us run it once and check. So while running, it will build the complete code to a build file APK and run the code. So it will take some time. So here I will do the fast forward. I will fast forward here. So it will build and install the app into emulator. So now the app is launched. So yeah, let's see what are the errors we have. So we have some errors. So because item count is also a mandatory property to enter. Item count is nothing but the number of items we are going to show. We need to define the items. So here in our case to-dos dot length. That means count of this to-dos list, right? So we have one more error. That is because of list view should be embedded into expanded, because list view will give the infinite height. So we need to give some limitations. Expanded will give that it will take a responsive based on the number of items. Okay, the expanded will automatically adjust the size, height and width of the list view. So now let us try to add the to-dos now. Okay, so whenever I'm entering the text here, to-dos, so create Flutter app and done. So it is added in the list and updated the list view. And I will add one more to-do task, and this is create widget. Create widgets, right? So in this way we have created a to-do app. In this way we can add in the text field. We can enter in the text field, and whenever we click on, whenever we enter and submitted, it will add to the to-dos list, and it will set the state. And whenever the set the state changes, the dependency components will reload. Here dependency is list view. So in the list view we have used state variable to-dos, so that it automatically refreshes and reloads. Right? So I will stop running the app. So let us see about jobs on Flutter. So what are the opportunities in Flutter? So if I see on Naukri, Naukri is a popular job portal. In this, if I search with Flutter, so I got as of today 7,048 Flutter jobs in India, right? So we can see there is a sufficient amount of jobs on Flutter. And I'm watching the LinkedIn jobs. So in the LinkedIn jobs, as of today, I find 20,000 results with the Flutter skills, right? So we have a good amount of opportunities in the job market on Flutter. So, and also let us see the salary ranges the companies are offering. So I find a website from internet. There is some ambition box kind. So in this website I can see the average salary of a Flutter developer in India is 4 lakh rupees per annum. So that that is actually a good number as of my opinion. And if it is 1 year, that is salary from starting is 3.6 lakhs per annum. And if it is 5 lakhs, it is ranges start from 7.2 lakh per annum to 13 lakh per annum. And so if this is just an average, so companies are also offer more than these salaries. If the skills are good, the companies will definitely offer a good amount of packages. And this is the Glassdoor. Glassdoor also will give the good analytics about salaries and the companies offering things, right? So on the in the Glassdoor, it is showing 3 lakh to 7 lakh per annum as an average Flutter developer, right? So this is an average. That can be more than this or that can be less than this. So the salary ranges also is for freshers to experienced or experts. The salary ranges will be vary. And now let us see about the Flutter popularity. So if you go to the Flutter popularity, if you watch this graph, so I'm showing this in Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is a public domain. So blue color is a Flutter and orange is a React Native. So if you see this graph from 2015 to 2022, so if you see the graph, the Flutter hype is going on. So the trending is the Flutter mobile app technology. So the popularity becomes high for the Flutter. So while compared to React Native. So currently the Flutter is the most popular in the mobile apps domain, right? So and also the companies also the popular companies are also offering the jobs in Flutter. The popular companies that are using Flutter are we can see the list of only 10 popular companies. We have taken only 10 companies. Popular companies: Hyperlink System, Tech Mahindra, Robosoft, HCL Tech, Datamatics, Emphasis, Globant, Infosys, Suntech, H Data Systems. This is I'm checking in the popular magazines, Outlook and the Hindu. In the Outlook, top 10 Flutter app development companies in India. So it is on 2022. Hyperlink Infosystem, the same list is coming. So Tech Mahindra, Clever Road, HCL Tech, Fueled, and Willow Tree Apps, and Infosys, H Data Systems, so on. So these are only top 10 companies using Flutter development. So lot more companies are in the line to come into the Flutter. So popular apps in Flutter. So what are the popular? So let us see the popular apps using Flutter. So if we see this Google Classroom and Alibaba Group, these are all big apps and more popular apps. And ByteDance, this is a Chinese app. And if Abbey Road Studios, Tencent, Cloud Chart, MarketWatch, Stock Market Game, and Google Pay. Google Pay is everyone will use. Most of the people will use the Google Pay, and the BMW is most popular, and eBay also popular, and Dream11. Yeah, Dream11. Everyone have the dream to play Dream11. So these PUBG and iRobot, these are all the popular apps that is showcased in Flutter official website. And Toyota also, it's a popular company. They are using app, they're using Flutter in their app. And Superlist, Rose, Tonal, and Travel Start. Wow, so many apps they are using the Flutter. So Kijiji, this Kijiji is a popular in their country, in California. So we have seen a lot of apps that are using Flutter. So why don't we use our Flutter? So thanks for watching this video. So you can also tell your opinion about the Flutter, and please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. And also please like and share. Thank you.